It's a square that looks like this with gapping throughout. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to make the granny square. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. Okay, we're going to start with a slip knot and we're going to start with a base ring. So for your base ring, you want to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we want to join to the first chain that you just made with a slip stitch. So into that first chain, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull through to close. And this here is your base ring. Now for row 1, we're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. So we've done our chain 3, and now you want to do 2 double crochets into the ring. So yarn over into the ring, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull through, and do 2 double crochets. So that is 1 and 2. Now we're going to start the row repeat. You're going to chain 2 and then do 3 double crochets into the ring. So here is 1, 2, and 3. And you want to do this 2 more times. So we're going to chain 2 and then into the ring do 3 double crochets. So here is 1, 2, and 3. And we want to do this one more time. So let's chain 2 and 3 double crochets into the ring. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Now to finish this off, we just want to do a chain 2, 1 and 2, and then do a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So we find that third chain, into it, insert your hook, grab the yarn and pull to close. And this here is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to do a slip stitch into the first chain 2 space. So to do that, we want to do a slip stitch into the first 2 stitches and then get to that corner chain 2 space. So we're going to do a slip stitch into this double crochet, onto the next double crochet, and then now we're at the corner and into the chain space, we're going to do a slip stitch. And now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the same space, into the same chain 2 space, you're going to work 2 double crochets, then a chain 2, and then you want to do 3 double crochets into the same space. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to start the row repeat. We're going to chain 1, and then into the next chain 2 space, we're going to work 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 double crochets. So we find the next corner, do 3 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Then a chain 2 and another 3 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, and 3. And that's basically what you want to do into each corner. So let's do that again together. You're going to chain 1, and then into the next corner, chain 2 space, you're going to work 3 double crochets. Here's 2, and here's 3, then a chain 2, and then 3 double crochets into the same space. So that's 1, 2, and 3. That was my second to last corner. We're going to do the final one. We're going to chain 1 and do that same repetition, 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 3 double crochets into the same space. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And now to finish off this row, you just want to do a chain 1 and then do a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So we find that third chain, insert our hook there, and now grab the yarn and pull through to close. And this here is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to do a slip stitch into the first chain 2 space. So we want to get here, meaning we would have to do a slip stitch into the first 2 double crochets. Do a slip stitch into those, and then into the chain 2 space of the corner. And from here, we're going to do a chain 3. And then into the same space, we're going to do 2 double crochets. A chain 2, and then another 2 double crochets into that same corner. Sorry, 3 double crochets. Not sure if I just said 2, but it's 3 double crochets. So there we have it. Now we're going to do, to start the row repeat, we're going to do a chain 1 and then do 3 double crochets into each chain 1 space along the side. So you know how you did those chain 1s in between the double crochets? Into there, we're going to do 3 double crochets. So we've chain 1. Now find this chain 1 space here. Do 3 double crochets. And that brings us to the corner. Just here. That brings us to the corner. And so there we want to do a chain 1. And into the corner chain 2 space, we're going to work 3 double crochets. Then a chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, sorry. 2 and 3. And so that's basically how you're going to work this side and the corner. So let's do this next side together. We're going to start with a chain 1. Find the next chain 1 space of the previous row, which is the one between the double crochets. Into there, you're going to do 3 double crochets. So here is 1, 2, and 3. Now that brings us to the next corner space, into which you're going to chain 1 and then do your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets combination. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, then chain 2, and then another 3 double crochets. 2, 3. And there we have it. So the intention with this design is that you can make it as big as you want. And so along the sides, all you're gonna have to do is do 3 double crochets into where you have chain 1 spaces. So every row that you make for after this one, you'll get 1 extra chain 1 space along the side. So for example, here you do 3 double crochets here and then 3 double crochets here. And then your corners into the chain 2 spaces of the corner. So that's just a simple design that you can make grow. I'm gonna finish off this side off camera. So I'm gonna just do chain 1, 3 double crochets and this corner, and I'll see you when I'm done that. Okay, I just finished the last corner repetition. So now we're going to do the final side by doing a chain 1 and then finding that last chain 1 space, doing 3 double crochets into it. And now to finish off, we'll want to chain 1 and then find the chain 3, the top of the chain 3 that you started with, insert your hook there, grab the yarn and pull through to close. And that there is the end of row 2. And as I said, if you want to make this bigger, you can simply follow the instructions of row 3. You would start by doing your slip stitches to get to the first corner, then do the corner repetition, then into each side, into the chain 1 spaces, do 3 double crochets, which will take you to the next corner. Remember, you do a chain 1 and then the 3 double crochets, then chain 1, then the 3 double crochets. So you keep those chain 1 spaces even as you grow the square. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off my yarn and thread my ends through. And here we have it. This one's nice and classic. It's got this clusters of double crochets and a little bit of gapping in between. It's very easy to work and make it bigger or smaller. I've seen a lot of things made with this. You can make blankets, pillows, even wearables like a cardigan or a vest. You can make them super big, super small, sew them together to make a bigger piece, and it's a really, really beautiful design. You can make them all one color, multiple colors. The granny square is just a classic, and it's really pretty and very fast to work as well. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.